are going to see Symmetra here for Unfixed, who is, that flex play. He'll play what sort of ever he needs to, whether it's support or bring some extra damage if that's required. Obviously, normally Too Easy would be DPS, but with Mendo sort of subbing in, they'll probably want him on his best role possible. Obviously, Mendo is a member of Team SK Gaming, previously Velfed. Velfed.
God, there's no way we'll ever say that.
I know. Who, to be fair, Velfed never really put up any massive results in their first few cups. It was like 9-16 for the first one and maybe like 4th or 5th. So, however, I'd say that they're probably hitting it pretty hard now with the backing of that sponsor, and we'll have to see if Mendo can help Reunited stay in this one here as well. I mean, it's a best of 5, so it'd be 2-0 would not be ideal for these guys here to be going on. Let's see what the push is going to have for us here. Note that Farah is conspicuously absent.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by that too, because that was probably one of my favorite things, the Pharah Mercy combo. Yeah, I got a little bit stale because it came down to a battle of the air and who had a better Pharah, but in the long run, it's kind of like, well, you need to be able to fight in the air and on the ground at the same time. This is a really aggressive play out of Poopy here, but nice little position does actually help him escape, and at least Reunited wondering where the hell he is. But that Orb of Discord, though, does allow more, obviously, to see where he is, and he just doesn't care. He's just going so ham here, doing, honestly, a lot of damage. No, real kills to speak for just yet. But he's been able to force them back out of this underpass. Yeah,
I mean, they got so much ground from that now as well. The underpass is a little bit tricky one here. You kind of just got to, bang ahead against it as many times as you possibly can. Look at Mendo. He's up above as well. Immediately discorded. So Chips is on the ball here, literally. And now I guess for Mendo to get down, it's going to be very, very hard. And it sucks as well if you're trying to use a Death Blossom or something like that, and you've got the orb on you. Puppy just going to try and reflect in case and back away.
Well, also the reason why Reaper's so good against his Zenyatta is the fact that the Orb of Discord won't stay on you, because you can just Wraith Walk and have it escape or have it disappear off you, so it makes him able to get rid of that. However, he's been taken on by Poopy, so he's not able to run away from that one, and honestly, Reunited just getting walked over here as the Monkey just rampages through them.
Winghaven trying to charge and get some more damage down onto Incident Hulk, but he is a little bit too slippery for that. Unfixed Mendo trying to get back into this one. As Chips, though, great use of Transcendence. Coco got himself a double there as well, which is going to help out in a big way, no doubt about it. He's still standing, albeit pretty low. He's finally shut down, but he went on an absolute tear there. 3 kills, I think, for him, even getting Winghaven at the end. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough, but credit to Chips, though, who's been pretty important. He got that Transcendence, and you can see why teams are diving on that Zenyatta first. You can see why Pluppy was going straight for Mord.
Exactly. I mean, once you take down a Zenyatta, who's been so strong now with the recent patches, you kind of need to eliminate him immediately if you want to have a chance to kind of win the fight. Because if a team's playing well, what they're going to do is they're going to discord someone, and that Zenyatta player is going to call out who's discorded, he'll get focused down, and then move on to another target, easily have an advantage.
There's no point for Winghaven to be behind the statue if he's got to shield up, because the statue's still taking damage. But he does have his ult ready. He's going to lay it down, but I think Time will actually, managed to get that Deadeye off as he knew the hammer was about to come down, and Time has enabled these guys to push forward even more. Mord has to be very, very careful. He'd be low as heck right now, and a great little pick off from the man. They're going to continue to come forward. Good stun grenade, sound barrier being used, but there's not many people at Reunited to benefit from this.
There isn't. It's just too easy, just trying to stay alive, trying to hold the Painless back as quick as he possibly, or as long as he possibly can. Now Winghaven going to be coming in, but he's going to be taken down with not really any backup to speak for, and this should ideally be the first checkpoint taken in just a few seconds. It looks like for that, or now I'm doing it. Now Reunited just trying to hold on with anything they possibly can to delay as many seconds as they can. And there we go, about 2 minutes and 48 seconds in. That's here the first checkpoint here for IDDQD.
Kind of the hold you want there, or kind of the push you want there, sorry. I think we saw Mendo tried to Wraith Walk on towards a payload and use that Death Blossom. It's a little bit too late. And already Internet Hulk has that Primal Rage ready to go. He's going to get healed up, and of course it's going to give plenty of fire over to Chips as he gets his health, or the healing down, should I say. Payload's on the move here. Note the high ground, Mendo is up there as well, but on a Reaper means that he has to actually drop down fairly soon. He'll probably drop down an ult at the same time and just try and just really hurt things out. But Poopy, the man, he's gone for that Widowmaker, and he's starting to make it hurt.
You know, typically we'll see Widowmakers in like the beginning of a round, but see him in the middle is a little bit rough because, well, either it works out really well or works out really bad, but once he gets his ultimate online, it prevents a Reaper from dropping on the back of you. And just as I say that, Mendo, he comes in from the back, picks up 2 kills, Wraith walks straight into Coco, who's just trying to run away for his life. And the rest of Reunited will help clean him up. Now, Internet Hulk here a little bit too far up.
Yep.
And like we were saying before, with the way that ultimate cooldowns have been changed, you don't get percent by taking damage. So if you're one of the last, 1, 2 people alive, you need to retreat. You need to potential or escape as best you can because of that. You'll prevent a lot of ult percent building up, and it'll make it easier for you to push on.
Taimu trying to get a flank or maybe head up top side because you know Mendo is going to be there. Now, Pluppy, he's picked up that Widowmaker. He can deny that high ground or, in fact, maybe take some for himself. He's actually pushed all the way forward. He gets rid of Mort, and that Discord Orb is going to be shrugged off almost as quickly as it was put on. But you can see the push coming out there from Winghaven and Co. They're getting into the fight, but Coco was there to meet him. Straight away knocks him up against the wall, and Taimu never give up coming forward. There's no teleporter available for Reunited right now like there was last time, and Mort is the last man standing. That was an utter decimation. And Mort has to sit tight and wait for the rest of his team. They know that they've lost that checkpoint.
And you saw the decision of Reunited, too, to actually go for that one. Once Mort got picked, they rushed straight into the enemy team with the speed up out of Lucio just to, you know, kind of meet them head on, because it still would have been a 5-on-5, because obviously Pluppy wouldn't have been there in time to really do much, but he can still see it providing support from this backside, trying to hit the discorded targets the best he can. But Reunited, they've been trying to put up a standard. They've been trying to defend on this point. Winghaven gets ultimate onto 1. That is not what you want to see happen for him, unfortunately. But it looks like it's been able to work out for him. That 1 kill has been able to hold on to, has been able to maintain the position. And IDDQD have to go back to the drawing board if they want to successfully get this next checkpoint.
We're going to see a perennial battle here between Mendokusai and Pluppy, really. Both of them want to use high ground as much as they can. Pluppy to sit back and take shots, and Mendo to actually jump down and get the jump on people, I guess, literally. Pluppy there, going to be in a bit of trouble here. You can see how far forward that Reunited have pushed straight towards the spawn. Could be a little bit risky for them now. As you can see, Mendo wants to get there, wants to stop them from even pushing out. He's got a Death Blossom ready to go. He's got to let it rip. He gets an Orb of Discord on him, but it's enough for him to get the damage down. He got 1. 2Easy's also there to help him out, and of course, Wraithwalk got to help a lot. I think Chips just jumped off the edge there. I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe he got knocked off, but that's a complete wipe here for Reunited, and they're going to buy themselves some time. And you can see the spawns, where the spawns coming in. They're actually coming in from back here because they manipulated it by allowing that payload to move right back. They reset the spawn back to the second stage. And it's a much longer walk here for IDDQD, and it's not as easy to take control.
All right, so Internet Hulk going to be on the Soldier, though, to kind of counter. Or actually, what is he going for the counter on this one? They're running kind of like 3 supports because he's been able to put down the Biotic Field to help heal his teammates. He's not really in a position to make that one happen, just as he's getting flanked and taken down immediately by Taimu. Great position out of him. But Mort's able to respawn out of Coco. Let's see, this position's going to be a little bit rough. Pluppy's trying to rush them down. Reflects the flashbang right in his face, but it doesn't matter. Voltage gets the kill nonetheless, and then Deadeye's going to be coming in. Where's the shield to stop this one? They're actually all dodging away from him, and he's not able to get a single kill, jump straight on top of the payload, but it won't be enough, and they will be able to secure it at 6 minutes and 40 seconds in.
Angle was a little bit weird there for Value, unfortunately, but if you can't get a decent dead off, you're going to be in trouble. Taimu now chasing on. You can actually see Mendo was forced to use his teleport to actually get back up towards the rest of his team. So this is a cracking pace, to be fair. That is being set by IDDQD, and in front, taunting them almost. He's never give up. Oh, now Lucio going to be pushing forward with the rest of the payload, just laying down solid healing, along with Chips as well. His Orbs of Discord have been on point, making life quite hard for Reunited. As I said that, he gets one to the face.
I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, you put on a squishy target, it's hit by something off to the side. It can be the death of him and definitely change the impact of a fight. Ultimate Company coming in. This time out of Mort. Not really seeing really where the fight's coming off the back of that. Maybe it's a little bit of a misplay out of him or a missed call out of this team. You can see Pluppy now over to the Reaper, providing some good support, takes down his counterpart. There's those chips to get it, but he helped assist. And the Soundberry coming in, looking to push in, never give up, trying to lead the charge. Coco, his shield really isn't looking too healthy, but they're able to get right in the face of Reunited. The charge, unfortunately, is going to miss, and this should be... I really don't know which way to go. This one's going to go, because now Reunited are getting support back in from their teammates. They're respawning back in.
Unfixed getting decent value for his ultimate. They're able to take care of Reinhardt and Lucio, but still he's got more to do. Pluppy is there. He's going to back away, and Mendokusai is going to be hunting for Internet Hulk, and he does get it. Mendo now starting to fire up a little bit. Maybe it's not too late here for... I've done it. That's why I was doing it before, maybe that's why you gave me a look. Reunited, not Fnatic. I think I've been saying it wrong a few times before, but not sure. Either way, up top side, here is the man, Mendokusai. Not a Japanese thing, of course. Not weeb at all, no worries. He always has his Death Blossom ready to go. He's looking for Pluppy there as well, who has an Orb of Harmony on him, so going to be a little bit harder to break.
Yeah, definitely a lot harder. It's really difficult to 1v1 battle someone when they have an Orb of Harmony on them, especially when it's a Reaper who can just kind of Wraith walk away, get some regen in. But you're seeing IDDQD, oh my god, Jason. IDDQD, there we go, got there eventually, are trying to look for another avenue of attack. But Reunited are sticking together. They're trying to just block off the finish line as they're rushing straight through. Nice Earthshatter comes in, connects onto 1 or 2 people, but the backup isn't there. There's no kills really being traded in favor of them. Time able to pick up 2 big kills, though, as Valataja is finally able to respawn onto Winston, played by Internet Hulk, and they're able to force them back. They're able to put them back in a chokehold here and push this payload up. We need to see someone come and stop this payload.
Now, this is a good push here. I don't actually think there's anyone from Reunited who can. Mendo's going to try. He's got a long bit of ground to cross before he even gets there, but he does have the Death Blossom. He's going to try and use it, but Pluppy's able to Wraith Walk straight away and chips high and actually shuts Mendo down. He drops, but now Unfixed more. They're going to leap upon the point. They're going to keep this contested as long as they can. And Valutaja. It's been a while. We wondered when we'd see the D.Va pick, and it seems like it's actually worked. They've managed to force, at least for the moment, these guys back. Great stuff from Value. Even gets the kill on towards Chips, and he's not going to stop there. He's pushing forward. Reunited know they've only got 30 seconds. They've got to hold on just for 30 seconds, and they'll be looking all right here.
Well, exactly why you're seeing that D.Va pick. And he actually killed himself because he wants to respawn back in as a better hero to help defend this final push. There's 18 seconds left.
Or just with his suit again. Bear in mind, you don't respawn as D.Va without your suit. So, you know, when he's done with his suit, he's going to switch towards the McCree, but still possible if you want to do that. Possibility, yeah. Especially back when it was even harder to get your suit back as D.Va. You're like sat there for 5 minutes. But anyway, here's the push in. Good transcendence actually by Chips. This might keep his team alive as Unfixed is try as he might to work down on these guys. It looks like IDDQD are set up for now. That's an Earthshatter coming down into that Hulk, though. Does get the Primal Rage coming forward.
It was just Wing Haven all alone, though. The entirety of Reunited were kept inside the building, and he was just wondering, where the hell are my teammates? I need some help here. That's ultimately comes in. Timely coming in from the side. Valataja going to be taken down, and this might be it at 10 minutes and 19 seconds. They do finish off this first half, completing it successfully.
Well, I've got to give it to these two teams. They're definitely more than happy to go at it hammer and tongs. That was quite a close one. But at the end of the day, Pluppy there again, highlighting things up as the stand-in. Seems like no one really knows how to deal with him effectively as he was able to help his team get across in the end. I think that's where he pops that ult. In a pretty safe spot, I might add. Getting a couple kills and combining really nicely with timing. Between those two, you've got 2 very, very strong DPS players.
Yeah, very true. And I still kind of wonder, actually, what's going on within the comms of them of, you know, what the decision was to have him play DPS and not Too Easy. Because Too Easy's always been the damager. He's always wanted to play as a damage dealer, yet he's not really kind of being allowed to in this form. I wonder if this is like the next form of Fnatic. Will he always be on support then? Is it just a temporary thing, or will, you know, maybe it'll be changed in the future?
I don't know, man. Quite interesting in those last few seconds, though. 2 Reinhardt ults came out, 2 Earth Shatters, and I think both Reinhardt was able to shield off the one of the other. So a pretty pivotal ult there, sort of not really coming to any big importance at the end of it. Got to be careful with that. If the shield is low, I think you can break Reinhardt's shield with an Earth Shatter, but it has to be quite low. And if you do have it up in front, you're able to shield the effects that CC from your team as well. It's quite an interesting effect that has. Of course, shields in this game, generally, if you're talking Zarya or Reinhardt, they do prevent CC effects from being transmitted, as well as Winston's, of course.
Yeah, so I actually found out something interesting by Zarya yesterday. I was testing something, or I was helping test something with Mendo and Reinforce. Winston actually goes through her shield. The damage. Just the damage, not CC obviously, but the damage does. And that's like the only hero in the game, I believe, that goes through her shield. I'd have to test Symmetra again, but the weird thing is you don't actually hear any damage ticks when you're playing Winston attacking her when she has a shield up, but you're actually doing damage to her.
Okay, that's probably unintended, I think.
It might be unintended, or they just forgot to add the damage ticks in. I'm not sure which way it goes, but just some food for thought.
Indeed. Well, I hope May is Bay is going to get some play here. That would be nice.
Hell no.
That'll be super nice. Probably not on the attacking side. I think more it's probably just teasing us, but...
She's got like one of the best like legendary skins. Well, besides Reinhardt.
It's my least favorite. It's my least favorite.
The Firefighter?
Yeah, it's my least favorite element. It's just not epic. It's just like, yeah, alright, cool.
Well, to be fair, I only have one, so any legendary actually looks good to me. Level 37, or 38 now, and only have one legendary skin. It makes me really sad.
Yeah, some people get them all, some people sort of don't have any, or if you're asked Jossie and you're level 100, you probably have them all anyway.
Mendo had like 6 when he was level 30. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm just saving my luck for when the game actually comes out.
Blizzard rigged. Yeah,
that's how I'm looking at it.
To be fair, like, Blizzard have implied that there's a good chance that they will reset accounts levels, accounts loot multiple times if they need to test. So I think everyone knows that. No one's getting too excited about X loot or Y loot. I guess they're just trying to play the game as much as they can. But here comes the push again. Reinhardt going to be used, and of course, Unfixed is going to be playing on that Winston now. So they're bringing in the extra tank. Let's see how it works as they come forward.
The Reaper in the side, Pluppy, he hasn't been spotted out yet. He's actually just waiting directly right behind them here. They're not going to expect him because they're right in the backside. He connects on Namor, able to help pick up the kill onto him, but he will be able to Wraith walk by a little bit of time, but the rest of the team, I think, have been walked over, but he just somehow gets the kill.
Yeah, I think it was actually Internet Hulk who got the finish, so it could have been a turret there or
me.
something similar, but Unfix goes forward, and somehow Ploopy is finally shut down, and if you look over the battlefield, it's not looking great for Reunited, but they have managed to get Unfix and Too Easy on the payload and have it moving forward. But this is where things get a bit dicey up on this point. Let's see how IDDQD try and set up on this one. They're going to try and use the high ground. We did see that last time.
Well, IDDQD had the opportunity to push through a little bit easier last time in this position through that underpass. They did fight Reunited a little bit later in the stage right before they got to it. And look at that! That was Valataja trying to shift in, trying to tumble in. It gets immediately taken down by the right click out of Chip's high end. And that was a phenomenal start here to actually hold them back, with Mendo going down as well here with the sound barrier coming through. It's just a smothering of attacks out of this giant monkey. Ploopy coming in from the back does help clean up one killer or two.
So I don't know how anyone could have known what the heck was going on in there. Even I couldn't. I switched between 3 players and they were all in there just swinging for the fence. But timing when Chips finally went down, it was actually not a terrible fight for Reunited, but we did see a sound barrier be used by Too Easy to try and keep him in it. That was crazy. I couldn't even follow that, dude.
And also, I mean, just the fact they took down Valataja so early really helped facilitate a 6-on-5 fight that they could eventually win. And they also forced a lot of ultimates, Unfixed losing his in that fight.
See, Valley? He's just trying to break that Reinhardt shield.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like a slow push style when you have 2 Reinhardts, and it's who can break the enemy shield the fastest. There's a quick push aggression out of Winston, who jumps into the back line, and the team catches up to him. There's a combination of both, where you have that slow kind of push and then the burst of aggression with the help of Lucio's speed up. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see out of this team if they do get the opportunity to go for it. But they're kind of being separated. They're in 2 different parts of this map around this little corridor out of the market, and that charging to come through, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off. It's Too Easy just screaming as he's being pulled away, but he's not. That's just a little bit of a sound bug. But IDDQD have successfully held off again.
You'd see that, Winghaven was caught out towards the back and was eventually caught there. Now on your screen, Taimu just trying to stay in the mix. You can see often that these McCrees don't get to play the medium-range battle. They really need to get in there. They need to shut down the enemy tanks, and if they can get to priority targets, that's a bonus. Most teams will say, try and work down the other Reinhardt shield, and then just get in there, duel with their Reinhardt, duel with their Winston, as McCree even, try and stay alive, and just stun them up and get the damage done. That's what your 2 DPSs are trying to do. It's like a tug-of-war, really. Who can do the most damage in the safest way?
Where did Ploopy just go? I just saw him teleport somewhere. Okay, so he teleported backwards. But Mendo has actually switched over to the Genji. So we're going to see a little bit of play out of him. He's going to try to go into that back line, which he already currently has. He's trying to catch out Mort. He's trying to catch out... Sorry, not Mort. It's on his own team. He's trying to catch out Chips.
He's seen the TP too.
And Internet Hulk. And unfortunately for him, he's reloading right in the middle of that one, but he's trying to go for the head-to-head battle, and it looks like Ploopy will be able to win the day for that one. At least force him out of position and gets the kill from behind. This is a good start here to this fight. But Samber's coming out. Never give up. Trying to help push the team forward. Mort popped his Transcendence to keep his team healthy and alive. But there's still a lot of ultimates still being held. Taimu has his up, but he hasn't used it yet.
See, this is it though. Valataja coming in, getting up close and personal, but Ploopy is able to shut him down, as he has been for most of the game, to be fair. The guy's been an absolute pain in the neck for Reunited, and again, he just continues to do it. Good little kill on towards Valataja, and that is going to buy a heck of a lot more time here. Bearing in mind, all the guys from IDDQD need to do is prevent Fnatic from finishing the game.
Oh, Ploopy. We gotta stick with him here. He's right behind a Genji.
Spicy. Mendo. He managed to get away with that, of course. A little bit hard to hit, of course. Manages to get a bit of reflect now. Yep. He's going to have to back away. Discord Orb went on him. And look, if there's a Discord Orb, you just get out, wait for someone to try and, I guess, kill their Zenyatta, or wait for him to put his Orb on someone else. But Mendo's going to go yet again.
Or just sit, or the Wraith Walk out of him also helps get rid of it too. So he used it to actually escape and to get rid of the orb. But he's coming in right behind them. They haven't spotted him out. He's able to take down Chips right away. I saw that was more as Chips did fall at the same time. And Ploopy, looking for Winghaven, now has stopped their front line from pushing it, stopped their support, and is going in with the Death Blossom paired with the Earth Shatter. They wipe them out. And Reunited now have 20 seconds to get to that payload to have a chance of even picking up this map.
Yeah, really impressive defense set up there as well. The Earth Shatter wasn't even really necessary. Ploopy got in the back line, finished off those crucial targets, and you know what? He might just do it again. He doesn't have Death Blossom, but he definitely has the tools to slow Reunited up. Who's he going to go for? Probably Mort would be the smartest idea. He's looking for him. He wants him. He gets him. He's going to back away as well with that Wraith Walk, and now we have some overtime here. Payload is contested, but you can see Coco moving forward. Ploopy has got himself the heck out of dodge for the moment here. Most of the fighting actually occurring over the payload itself, and on your screen is never give up. He will actually have to do so. As Reunited have some control of the payload, they're pushing forward. Coco has to come back. Chips high and Internet Hulk are there. And Taimu is going to try and slow things up here, but I don't really know how easy that's going to be for the man. Saw him coming forward there as well. Getting the shots down, but had no backup there, and Mendo comes through, picks him up.
They eventually will fall here, but the reinforcements have come back and they've been able to contest the payload yet again. I don't think they have a teleporter up anywhere near here, so it's a full run, but we're already 5 minutes and 40 seconds into this half.
IDDQD are looking good. Yeah, I mean, Reunited gonna get this payload, and you better believe they fought for it, but again, they still have yet another checkpoint to overcome, and then they have to finish the game. And you can see, they're kind of time poor. They only get 3 minutes for getting that objective. And mate, if we were going to take 3 minutes between objectives, they would have done by now. So they need to be a lot quicker than they were for the last checkpoint. That's my way of paraphrasing that in a really roundabout way. But there's Mendo up on top, picks up Pluppy as well. Essentially his opposite number here. So every time he gets a kill on towards Mendo, he's doing his team a massive favour.
Well, you can see on the sides of the screens, Reunited took practically an extra 3 minutes to finish that first checkpoint. They're almost already at the time for the second, and they have to beat 10 minutes and 19 seconds to be able to pull off this map. Things are getting really dangerous, and you know, with Valutage in this position, it's a good position, but but Internet Hulk is just denying the avenue for this. And there we go, the ultimate coming in, the Deadeye gonna be able to connect on at least one, not bad. He does take out his counterpart Taimu, so it does allow his team to finally push up to this next checkpoint. They might get this one extremely quickly.
Like you said, you're happy with that. If you could get rid of that pesky target, if it's just a one-man Deadeye, it's going to be a good one anyway. Valutage, though, he's not done there. He does manage to get a kill, and the respawns are coming way from way back, is what I'm trying to say. And actually managed to get that second checkpoint. A very, very quick push from Reunited here. And for some reason, IDDQD just sat back a little bit on that one. Valutage being high up definitely made life hard for them. But now Taimu, he's chiming back in. He's realised that he and his team just need to hold this one as much as they can. The Valutage is starting to wreak some havoc.
Well, you think back to that Earth Shredder that was used right before overtime came around, and you were saying it wasn't necessarily, well, it wasn't necessary. Maybe if they held on to it a little bit longer, they could have prevented them from actually getting a single overtime off. But like you said, they got on the checkpoint. They've been able to finally push the car a little bit further. You can see now 6:54. They did it much quicker than their counterparts into this one, and they're only about 14 seconds behind. They do very well have the opportunity to pull this one back, but they only have those 3 minutes to work with here, and it's going to be very hard to kind of break through this choke point.
I guess they did it quicker, but was it the time between checkpoints or the game time it took you to reach that checkpoint? So, like, Reunited got to checkpoint later, technically, than
they got from first checkpoint to second quicker than IDDQD. Yeah.
All right.
Or no, that doesn't matter. It's just to show their pace, and they've been able to finally get, you know, kind of pull the game back where previously IDDQD have been able to hold them off and stave them off. But here we go, a lot of aggression of IDDQD to push straight out, able to catch them off guard. There's still a man towards the payload though it's not actually able to push it. But Wingham needs to wait for his teammates to come in. Pluppy just trying to escape with that Reaper, and they're charging straight, so they're not even going to let them get all 6 men alive. And Mort got lucky because he was actually just on the cusp of being taken down.
A few more decent holds is what IDDQD need. Maybe 2 or, I'd say 3 at this stage now. Depends on how far they push forward. Notice that Mendo is going to be still on that Genji and doing what he can, of course, to try to deal with Pluppy and Taimu, who have definitely been thorn in his side so far. But he's definitely trying to give as good as he gets. On his screen, Pluppy always off to the side. Might want to come in from the front now. A couple good shots, and he'll actually be able to charge his Death Blossom up if he lands. Mort is not looking good right now as well. I know there's a Deadeye being charged somewhere else, but Mort goes down. Now he's almost got that Deadeye ready. That was Valutage actually channeling that one. He's going to be in trouble. He does miss the stun grenade. Good little Wraith Warp being used now. Again in the backline, it's Pluppy doing the work. He's going to get that Death Blossom up. He gets 2. He does finally go down, but a decent amount of damage being put across the table. But that being said, Reunited still have 3 players on his payload, the maximum number you really need to get it moving nice and fast, and they're going to make good progress here.
Well, Mitch, we're about to pass, actually we have just passed the 9-minute mark, and that does give them less than a minute of time left, as I finish speaking here, to finish this game. IDDQD just need to hold on as long as they possibly can to maintain and to be able to successfully take a second map. Dorado, it's necessarily, you know, Reunited's map of choice. There's a map they're damn good on. Here comes the aggression of them yet again towards the top side, though. As Valutage trying to connect some shots, even going long-range battle. There's more. It's finally able to get Transcendence out before he's taken down.
It's the unfixed as well on the Soldier 76. IDDQD just want to hold on Reunited back here, and I think they might be able to. If this damage doesn't stick, Never Give Up gets rid of Mendo here. Not a good side for the team trying to come forward as Valutage valiantly trying to fight. He does at least get onto his Mendo, but Pluppy, took him out, but then it all turns back around. Time is just going to try and get away here. A lot of kills coming in. Looks pretty darn good.
But now we're at the 10-minute mark. They have 19 seconds to get this payload across. All IDDQD need to do is just maintain this one for another 10 seconds and they'll be able to pick up the victory. But no one's even there in time. They just need to get him out of the payload. That's Chess Hydrogen finally able to get there.
Coco there as well. Never give up on the point. He just has to stay alive. I don't think it's going to be enough. The payload goes over. We check the time. And I think they've just done it.
They have just barely pulled it off. and Reunited will tie things up at 1 apiece.
10 minutes and 15 seconds. With 4 seconds to go, Reunited have managed to get on towards that point and finish off the game. Decent, fair question to ask.
Tell him.
Well, they say same time. We'll get that one sorted out in just a second. For sex earlier.
All right. Yeah, so there we go. That is going to be a win for Reunited. We'll be all tied up at 1 apiece, and that means we'll be going over to King's Row of all maps to see how that one's going to break down.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn close one there as well. I mean, fair enough for teams to not be really sure who won. It's just an unfortunate.